Determining the exact date of the crucifixion requires more than a reading of ancient texts. It is a calculation that relies on the intersection of Roman administrative records, the mechanics of a lunar calendar, and first-century orbital physics. We begin with a concrete historical anchor, the reign of the Roman prefect, Pontius Pilate. His presence in Judea is verified by this limestone inscription discovered in the ruins of Caesarea. Roman records confirm that Pilate held his post from AD 26 until he was summoned back to Rome in AD 36. This creates a hard 10-year window for the event to have taken place. Pinpointing a single day within this decade means synthesizing the surviving political records with the immutable data of the ancient night sky. During the first Passover of his public ministry, the Gospel of John records an exchange between Jesus and the local authorities. The Jewish leaders state that the temple has been under construction for exactly 46 years. The historian Josephus provides the starting point for that timeline, noting that Herod the Great began this massive renovation of the sanctuary in the 18th year of his reign, the winter of 20 BC. We count forward 46 years from 20 BC. Because there is no year zero in the transition between eras, the calculation lands precisely in the spring of AD 27 or 28. The Gospels describe a ministry lasting at least 3 years after this point. This means the crucifixion could not have occurred in the early years of Pilate's tenure, effectively removing AD 26, 27, 28, and 29 from the list of possibilities. By applying the construction history of the temple to the Roman timeline, our initial 10-year window is reduced to the years 30 through 36 AD. The search is further constrained by the specific day of the week. All primary accounts state the execution occurred on a Friday, on the preparation day for the Jewish Passover, the 14th day of the month of Nisan. In the 1st century, the Jewish calendar was determined by observation. A new month only began when human witnesses in Jerusalem physically spotted the first thin sliver of the new crescent moon. Because lunar cycles do not align perfectly with a 365-day solar year, the 14th of Nisan falls on a different day of the week every year. Modern astrophysics can reconstruct that ancient sky. By running orbital models in reverse, we can see how the moon appeared 2,000 years ago. These models account for atmospheric visibility and the Earth's rotation to determine precisely when the new moon was sighted, and thus when the 14th of Nisan occurred. For most years, the timing fails. In AD 31, Passover was Wednesday. In AD 32, it was Monday. The calculation shows that in the remaining years of Pilate's administration, the 14th of Nisan only coincided with a Friday twice. Those two survivors are Friday, April 7th, AD 30, and Friday, April 3rd, AD 33. By layering the requirements of the lunar calendar over modern orbital data, a decade of history has been collapsed down to 2 specific dates. Breaking the tie between AD 30 and AD 33 requires looking at the shifting political environment in Rome. In AD 30, Pilate was politically secure, backed by his patron in Rome, the Praetorian prefect Sejanus. But in AD 31, Sejanus was executed for treason against Emperor Tiberius. Suddenly, every official Sejanus had appointed, including Pilate, was under suspicion. By AD 33, Pilate was vulnerable, explaining his sudden hesitation to risk a report of disloyalty to the emperor. This political shift is joined by a recorded astronomical anomaly. Several early accounts describe the moon turning to blood on the night of the event. Astronomical models confirm that on April 3, AD 33, a partial lunar eclipse occurred as the moon rose over Jerusalem, giving it a reddish hue. This convergence of Roman political history and verifiable celestial phenomena leaves only one date that fits every parameter. Friday, April 3rd, AD 33, is the result of this alignment between historical record and mathematical fact. While ancient history is often dismissed as a collection of unreachable myths, these records were left by people living in a calculable, physical world. By using the predictable laws of our universe to verify the past, we move beyond tradition and into the light of objective truth.